Roxy Jane is a 3.5-year-old. She was born on a very traumatic C-section, and when she was born, we were given the diagnosis at first that she might have cerebral palsy, but when it was confirmed, then her neurologist said to us that she won't be able to walk. That was for us very devastating. The path for me to come to this course, I would say that it was kind of long but also short at the same time. This course was recommended a little bit over a year ago by a great neurosurgeon friend of mine, and he said, you got the means to do this, you should do this right away. But I'm human. And it took me a year and a half to make it to the course. The reason I am here is because my wife came in 2 months ago, and I knew what she was gonna, I had a good idea what she was gonna be able to find here in the course, and what was gonna be the options that were going to be offered to us. But when she got back home, that's when I was able to really grasp the power that this course had. Obviously, I had the chance to come, next year, but when I felt that fire on her belly, I said I have to come. And so far, standing here today, I am not doubtful. I'm totally certain this is one of the best decisions I've ever made. The most important, I would say the turnaround, the first one in this course that helped me, that allowed me to see that I was in the right place, is because I've been able to see that the most underrated virtue in the whole world is the gift of empathy. There's a lot of people that will see the situation that you have with your child, and that they will come in a kind of concerned manner, saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry, what you must be going through, it's gotta be so difficult. And you can see that most of them say that just so they can feel good that they said something about it. Some people really have a genuine intention to be there for you, but unfortunately, if you don't have a child with a brain injury, you really won't know what you're going through. Only other parents going through the same situation. So for me, the first moment when I said to myself, yeah, I'm in the right place, was when I was able to grasp the character of the staff and know that they knew what we were going through. That was so powerful. But then the next moment that really catapulted me to know that I was really in the right place was to understand that the injury that my daughter has in her brain can be stopped and can be healed, and her recovery can be speeded. There is no more, in my opinion, there is nothing really worse than powerlessness. Powerlessness is something that it is difficult to accept. I don't have to like it, but just the jump from understanding that I need to accept that I am powerless is very difficult. But when you're able to genuinely feel in your heart of hearts that you've been given not just like a small breath of power, but a strong sense of that there's something that we can do about it, it is really, people use this word a lot, but it's really priceless. For a father, for me, it was kind of an easy decision because I happen to be the primary caretaker of my daughter. I happen to be the person that spends 10, 11, 12 hours of her best hours from Monday to Friday with her. So if it's some idea that needed to be sold, I was the first one to really buy into it, because it's not something that, coming from the culture that I am from, that we are, we're really hunters. We go out. We're not involved on the house matters, and we just come at the end of the day tired, feeling that we have been able to do good because we've been able to bring a paycheck. It doesn't apply to me, and I'm grateful for that, because I come from not only my background where I'm originally from geographically, but also my father and my grandfather and so on. But for me, being here was really a no-brainer because that allows me right now to be able to speak not only the same language, but be able to be at the same wavelength with my wife. And to, there's a saying that says that you're preaching to the choir, but I say that it's great to preach to the choir because the choir gets you. And my wife, now she's going to be able to, when she was talking to me in these last 2 months, I was understanding, but I was not totally there. But now I am. And for that, I'm very grateful. In the last 2 months that we've been doing the program, there's one thing that really, I'm glad that I am here because I do not take a moment that I am with my daughter for granted. I get tired. I get frustrated, probably like almost any parent. But when I am with her, I'm really paying attention to how she acts. So the reason I'm saying that is because the moment that I notice something different on her, I know that something is taking place. So, kind of human condition, I'm trying to see if, that reaction, what was the action that is causing that? So particularly on these last 2 months, my daughter is there's more purpose and there's more deliberate action on her when she is from looking at me, from holding her neck a little bit better, from being able, she was never able to crawl, from being able to move even 3 inches on a straight path coming towards me, for example. Those are things that she was not able to do before. But also something that might just go under the radar for somebody that doesn't have an issue like this is that she's been even saying consonants and different sounds that she was not making before. Only in 2 months. Now, my daughter has never stopped evolving. It's been a very slow progress. But in these last 2 months, the trend has been picking up a little bit stronger and a little bit harder. And I know that it's because of what we're doing at home, thanks to the institutes. If you ask me to describe what happened this week, this is what I can tell you now, because I know that I will tell you a different thing tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. But for me, there has been a simple yet profound change in the way that I perceive my daughter. I always say that Roxy Jane is the best teacher I've ever had because she has shown me a world that I didn't know that existed. But now, understanding the behind the scenes of the world that she showed me, I feel like I am in a total, beautiful, new, different place. And for that, I'm not only grateful, I know that I will forever be thankful to the staff here at the institutes and for the work that Mr. Glenn Dolman did and his wife. And I thank you for that. Thanks.